64-year-old Ngoc, known as Ngoc, said he could not sleep at night after getting a fever in 1973, and has counted infinite numbers of sheep during more than 11,700 consecutive sleepless nights. I don't know whether the insomnia has impacted my health or not. But I'm still healthy and can farm normally like others, Ngoc said. Proving his health, the elderly resident of K Trung Commune, K San District said he can carry 250 kilograms bags of fertilizer down 4 kilometers of road to return home every day. His wife said, "My husband used to sleep well, but these days, even liquor cannot put him down." She said when Ngoc went to Da Nang for a medical examination, doctors gave him a clean bill of health, except a minor decline in liver function. Ngoc currently lives on his 5-hectare farm at the foot of a mountain, busy with farming and taking care of pigs and chickens all day. His 6 children live at their house in K Trung. Ngoc often does extra farm work or guards his farm at night to prevent theft, saying he used 3 months of sleepless nights to dig 2 large ponds to raise fish. Sanju Bhagat's stomach was once so swollen he looked 9 months pregnant and could barely breathe. Living in the city of Nagpur, India, Bhagat said he'd felt self-conscious his whole life about his big belly. But one night in June 1999, his problem erupted into something much larger than cosmetic worry. Mehta said that he can usually spot a tumor just after he begins an operation. But while operating on Bhagat, Mehta saw something he had never encountered. As he cut deeper into Bhagat's stomach, gallons of fluid spilled out, and then something extraordinary happened. First, one limb came out, then another limb came out. Then some part of genitalia, then some part of hair, some limbs, jaws, limbs, hair. At first glance, it may look as if Bhagat had given birth. Actually, Mehta had removed the mutated body of Bhagat's twin brother from his stomach. Bhagat, they discovered, had one of the world's most bizarre medical conditions, fetus in situ. It is an extremely rare abnormality that occurs when a fetus gets trapped inside its twin. The trapped fetus can survive as a parasite even past birth by forming an umbilical cord-like structure that leaches its twin's blood supply until it grows so large that it starts to harm the host, at which point doctors usually intervene. Shoichi Yokoi was a soldier, conscripted into the Imperial Japanese Army in 1941 and sent to Guam shortly thereafter. In 1944, as American forces reconquered the island, Yokoi went into hiding. On January 24, 1972, Yokoi was discovered in a remote section of Guam by 2 of the island's inhabitants. For 28 years he had been hiding in an underground jungle cave, fearing to come out of hiding even after finding leaflets declaring that World War II had ended. "It is with much embarrassment that I have returned alive," he said upon his return to Japan, carrying his rusted rifle at his side. Mehran Karimi Nasri, also known as Sir Alfred Mehran, yes, including the comma, is an Iranian refugee who has been living in the departure lounge of Terminal 1 in Charles de Gaulle Airport since August 8, 1988. After he was later imprisoned, tortured and expelled from his country, he applied for asylum in many European countries without luck. When he decided to go to the United Kingdom, he claimed that he was mugged, and his shoulder bag stolen while waiting at the air platform to go to Charles de Gaulle Airport to take a flight to Heathrow. Nasri managed to board the plane, but when he arrived at Heathrow without the necessary documentation, Heathrow officials sent him back to Charles de Gaulle. Nasri was unable to prove his identity or his refugee status to the French officials, and so he was moved to the zone d'attente, waiting zone, a holding area for travelers without papers. Nasri was reportedly the inspiration behind the 2004 movie The Terminal. Unlike Tom Hanks' character in the movie, and since at least 1994, Nasri does not live in the duty-free transit area but simply in the departure hall, in the circular boutiques and restaurants passage on the lowest floor. He can at least theoretically leave the terminal at any moment, although, since everyone knows him, his departure might not remain unnoticed. He does not seem to speak with anyone normally. Masayoshi Mitsuo is an eccentric Japanese politician with the conviction that he is the God and Christ. According to his program, he will do the Last Judgment as the Christ, but the way to do this is totally within the current political system and its legitimacy. His first step as the savior is to be appointed the Prime Minister of Japan. Then he will reform Japanese society, and then the United Nations should offer him the honor of its General Secretary. Then Masayoshi Jesus will reign over the whole world with two legitimate authorities, not only religious but also political. He has presented himself in many elections, but he has not won yet. He has become well known for his eccentric campaigns where he urges opponents to commit suicide by harakiri.